Ladies and gentlemen, the pause is over. We're getting right back into the game where there is some action as Tarek decided to run into a Caitlyn right there. Probably not remembering what exactly he was doing, but he is getting his back off into the bush right there. There's a Yordle snap trap and now a ward being placed on. Caitlyn wants to get aggressive on Graves, but she has no HP to do so. Got to be very careful. Like I said, one dazzle, one buckshot could be all that she needs to fall to that Graves Tarek combination. Still has the cleanse up though, so she's going to be okay. There's the dazzle. But quick draw forward. Buckshot does not land on absolutely everything. Janna actually popping the ult right there. Caitlyn running away from it rather than sitting in the heal for a little bit longer. Can't help but think that it wasn't worth it at that point in time. Didn't really need it to disposition them that badly. I didn't think Caitlyn was in a position where she was going to die. However, you know, Janna is popping it anyway, and Caitlyn did not take the free healsies right there. As Caitlyn, you know, in less health than she could have been, and in a little bit of a worse position. I'm actually going to take a quick look at the gold tab right now. Caitlyn with 107 CS, Graves with 163, currently with that and his kill advantage over her. They're going to take a tower on top of this. The dragons have been taking the farm that he has. 4,300 for Caitlyn, 6,100 for Graves. So Graves is in a commanding lead over that Caitlyn, and Caitlyn really is trying to take any advantage she can to go into that later stage of the game where she's going to become ridiculously powerful and really just kind of hammer away on Graves if he doesn't become equally as powerful himself. Nautilus continuing with the counter jungling on Amumu. Anivia continuing with taking these raids, and Amumu's like, hey guys, I kind of need some stuff for my jungle too. Already picked up a Glacial Shroud. He is going to be going for a Frozen Heart eventually. Taking a quick look at Anivia, she's picked up a Negatron Cloak in addition to her Catalyst. Could we potentially see a Banshee's Veil over the Rod of Ages? I don't know. Tarek flashing away from a missed bandage toss anyway, so he's going to get super safe from that Amumu, as Amumu decides he might go back and then thinks about it one more time and decides not to. Nautilus, in the meantime, has picked up an Aegis Legion for his team. I absolutely love this. It's going to increase the potential in team fights, help keep his team alive, and do a little bit extra damage because of this. Graves already going for his Infinity Edge, has a pickaxe in addition to the BF sword, has a Vampiric Scepter as well, just like his lane opponent Caitlyn. Top lane Gangplank has completed his Trinity Force. Riv might have to be very afraid of that if she didn't have a Bloodthirster of her own that she's sitting back and just farming up very confidently at 1/4 stacks already. Gangplank, however, you know, getting a little bit of the best of her right here. Every single time he pops one of those, that is a Trinity Force proc, and she has to be very careful, as she thought she could have come out in that engagement, but then decided to just kind of dirtle around and not auto attack, and Gangplank was able to catch back up and wind up winning that trade because of it. She is going to have a little bit more sustain though, so if she continues going through those trades like that, Gangplank is eventually going to have to fall back, use those health potions, or maybe pick up something of his own for life sustain. There's an ultimate from River right there, dealing a decent chunk of damage, but because her combo was down, she was not going to be able to catch up to the extremely quick with raised morale Gangplank. So she decides to pop the ultimate and send him off on his merry way. So I need to sit here for a little bit. Don't know if she's going to recall. Don't know if Gangplank's going to recall. Gonna see what happens in that one right there, but no, continues to run forward and bash off each other. She doesn't have her ultimate for a little bit of time right now, so Gangplank can probably feel relatively safe if he keeps trading the way he has been. Eating the orange right there. We're taking a lot of damage now. Riven kind of wishes he had the ultimate there, as the rest of General Proxy is going to continue to go back down and take another dragon right here. They have the pink ward, so they know it's not warded. They have their own ward over here, so they know no one is really coming. But once again, blue team will pick up a dragon in this game. That is a 31.9k to 27.4k gold advantage. That is basically a 5,000 gold advantage, maybe like a 4,500 gold advantage for them right now. Caitlyn and Janna once again trying to contest this blue buff. They're going to pay the price for it this time. Depth charge goes out, knocks Janna out of the ultimate, on top of the fact knocking Caitlyn into the air. Cassiopeia is the one that wound up stealing that blue buff too, so that is a lot of mana regen and cooldown reduction going to Cassiopeia, and she's the one who wants it. That is very good for them, coming in and continuing this counter juggling, continuing on getting positioning over Ace of Brick Revolution. Ace of Brick Revolution just has not had a proper response to it yet. I think that what they want to do is they want to try to farm this up a little more, but if they were to try to move through as a team a little bit like they did previous game, I think they might have a little bit of a better kind of team fighting opportunity. Thing is, right now, General Proxy is roaming around in groups of 2 or 3, so if you catch them out of position with a group of 5, you're going to wind up winning a team engagement, and you're going to continue to push your advantage through levels and gold that way. But with Ace of Brick Revolution, he's doing continuing to play this lane matchup game. Nautilus and someone else will come out of nowhere and gank from somewhere, and they're going to try to sit back and farm up while they're getting out-farmed. Taking a quick look at the lane matchups, like Gangplank is the only one that has a little bit more farm over here. We see Graves, meanwhile, taking down down this Caitlyn as her tower is completely gone and Janna has to flash out of there. There's no Tarek in that engagement whatsoever. Graves just took him down by himself because he has an Infinity Edge. Caitlyn does not. She actually has to respond with a Bloodthirster, which is actually going to have a little less damage. And Mumu continuing to camp this top lane, though. Going down on Riven right here. There's an Ignite going off. Flash forward with the Despair. Riven is not going to live long. Dredgeline did not find home on Gangplank or that at Mumu. So Nautilus is going to be a very, very sad panda about that one, ladies and gentlemen. You see that Tarek with an Oracle's Elixir going to be roaming around, continuing to clear out wards, continuing to do a little bit of stuff right there. It looks like he's just, going to ward up and be relatively safe. I think I'm trying to get a gank on Gangplank here. Gangplank ate the orange, though, after the staggering blow. Dazzle could do some damage right here. There's the depth charge coming out. That's off cooldown already. Power of a blue buff, ladies and gentlemen. Gangplank ultimate is going to be dealing a decent chunk of damage, but no one really taking too much. Nautilus taking the tower like a boss as Cassiopeia comes up from the mid lane. And, of course, the carry of Tarek picking up the kill right there. That is also going to transition into this top tower potentially for General Proxy, as it does look like the rest of the red team wants to try to respond right here. Acerbic Revolution desperately trying to save their tower, not going to get it to it in time, so they're not going to walk by this bush that has a wild Tarek appearing out of it. So that is another advantage for General Proxy. Currently 2 towers to 0, 36.6k, 9 kills to 4 kills, and 30.2k of their opponents in Acerbic Revolution. And they are on the back foot, ladies and gentlemen. About 27 minutes into this game, they are down 2 towers, and they are down in a lot of farm and down in a decent chunk of gold. About 6k gold differential is what separates these teams right now. And at like the 26-minute mark, when we get into this mid-game and start getting for a transition in the late game, you really want to try to even things up. Caitlyn, in the meantime, is going to be taking down this bottom tower. She's going to run in here into a 1v1 with Graves, who is 2 levels higher than her, and is also going to let the rest of General Proxy go in here and take this turret down. That's because their teammates are just not farmed enough to deal with them right now. Nivea is going to be taking a little bit of damage. You saw her get Dredgeline right there, but she's going to be A-okay to get out of there. The rest of General Proxy is going to fall back right now. No Dragon to take. Are there buffs to take? There are no buffs to take. Are there creeps to take? Yes, there are. So Nautilus is going to go down there and pick up a bunch of wraiths for himself. Cassiopeia going to continue to farm the way she does in the mid lane. 204 CS compared to Nivea's 163. That is a 40 CS advantage in favor of the Snake Lady, and that is going to be a lot of differential as to why she is dealing so much more damage. Picking up now a needlessly large rod. Interesting build coming out of Nivea right here. Pieces for both Rod of Ages. Why is it? It's not letting me do that. Oops. But pieces for both Rod of Ages, in addition to the Abyssal Scepter. So are we going to see Nivea going for something along the lines of an Abyssal Scepter, or are we going to see her go for a Banshee's Veil, or are we going to see her go for some sort of Rod of Ages, or what? I don't exactly know right now. She has a lot of bits and pieces of items, but hasn't really finished one, so we can't really get a good read on what her strategy is right now. If she wanted to go for Rod of Ages, now's a little bit late. You wanted to get that way back when you got that Negatron Cloak to begin with, or even that Chalice of Harmony after the Catalyst. You wanted to get that Rod of Ages as quickly as possible. 20 minutes is usually an okay kind of time, but like the closer to 15 and under you can get, the better it's going to be for you, because it will stack up that much quicker and give you much more of an advantage early than it does late game. Cassiopeia just wailing away on this poor little sad mummy Amumu, continuing the Twin Fangs and the poison, just continuing to wail down upon him. He is actually going to be forced out of the fight after that because of so much damage he's taken, have to recall and go back. That is going to let the rest of General Proxy continue to lay siege to this tower and to the rest of the team from Acerbic Revolution. There's a Dredgeline down on the Gangplank. Gangplank pops the Raise Morale and EC Orange and is okay. There's a Olivia ultimate, which is what they're going to have to do. They're just trying to zone them out and trying to take this tower down. Now Caitlyn has rejoined the fray and is going to be trying to shoot away from a decent chunk of range, and I do believe that is going to signal General Proxy to fall off right now, because their poke is just a little bit inferior right now to the fact that Anivia can pop her ultimate, and then we have a Caitlyn that can harass away as well. Oh, going to go back and try to steal this blue buff away from Acerbic Revolution. They seem to know what's up. This could be a point of contention. Nivea wall actually walls off the golem, starting to reset a little bit. Graves with a bunch of damage, though. Look at all of that as Riven also coming there, taking a bunch of kills down. There's a double kill for Riven. Cassiopeia, in the meantime, is going to take down Gangplank. That is not how Acerbic Revolution planned that one to go. Anivia is going to go down to Graves. Tarek continuing to chase away Caitlyn. Anivia is actually going to pick up a kill on Graves after the death. It looks like a heal going up on Tarek. Oh, this is exciting. Is Tarek going to take her down? Misses the shatter. Dazzle goes off. I don't think he's going to have enough damage to take her down, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think so? Can he go all the way? Heal goes off. Shatter goes off. And he runs away. You had her. Oh, he wanted her to chase her so Riven could go down there. Oh, Riven with broken wings combo. There's a Caitlyn that over the wall. Caitlyn continues to escape, but Riven decides to flash. There's the vigor forward. Is she going to finally die? Is Caitlyn going to wind up getting killed in this one, or is she going to get away to her base? She ran all the way to the enemy base, now running all the way to her base. Riven is not going to get her. So Caitlyn does survive that team fight, but she's the only one. As it does look like there that General Proxy took basically a 4-for-1 in that engagement. They stole the enemy blue buff. Caitlyn did get away successfully, but still, that is just nothing but bad coming out for Acerbic Revolution. Now down 13 kills to 5 by about a 9k gold differential. That is huge at this point in time. 31 minutes into the game, that is a huge advantage in favor of General Proxy, as they are just going to continue what they've been doing all game, farming, harassing, bursting damage down, having Graves stand around the Dragon Pit. Looks like there's a little bit of a ping going down here. Maybe oh, there it is actually. Quick drawing over the wall, making sure Dragon is still there, waiting for it to respawn. And that is going to be yet another Dragon in favor of General Proxy. 45.7k to 36.3k. That is now about an no, not even. That's still close to like that 9 to 10,000 gold advantage. Thought there was a little bit of a different number in there. Dazzle, Dredge Line, Amumu ultimate, staggering blow. Nivea Wall actually cuts off a couple people right there, but Amumu's getting tagged with Poison, tagged with Twin Fangs. He will go down. The Amumu ultimate is actually popped, so he doesn't even have that. Caitlyn and John in the meantime getting harassed out once again by Graves, and Graves alone. So that is just how far ahead that they are right now. That is just total dominance from General Proxy over the Acerbic Revolution. Continuing to well down this tower. Look how fast Graves is attacking with that quick draw. He has an Infinity Edge, has a Phantom Dancer, and they're just going to mosey themselves in down here and split push. Riven's going to go down here, and they've been taking a lot of damage. Tarek's actually getting the stun off. Nautilus and Cassiopeia not going to finish the deal though. Cassiopeia is extremely low in number self. Caitlyn is the only one left here to defend this because of that, but look out, you have to be very, very careful right there. They're going to be coming back in because your mid lane has retreated General Proxy, so they are going to get out of there A-okay with this one, but still, there's General Proxy team are just showing how much control they have over the enemy team right now. They're about an 11,000 gold advantage. It is 48.4k to 37.5k. They have wards all over the map. Unfortunately, Acerbic Revolution a little bit in the dark. They have wards in their own jungle, but if you take a look at General Proxy, actually the ward up here died, so it's not as impressive. They have these two wards over here, the ward over here to the entrance to the raids. They have a lot of map presence. They are asserting this early by running around with those 2 or 3 gang squads, and then they have 2 or 3 man gang squads, and you continue to press it by getting Oracle's Lichers and wards. Continuing to press the fact that they could be anywhere at any given time, and then actually doing it on top of this has net them not only a kill advantage, but just a general global advantage altogether. Now pinging over by Baron, your least favorite part and my favorite part, the Baron dance going down. Wards placed on either side. That Oracle's Elixir is going to help Tarek take out his side's ward though. Well, Yordle Snap Trap over the wall. Not quite the same as ward Caitlyn, so he's not going to go after that one with the Oracle's Elixir. Ooh, a missed Dredge Line initiation on Nivea. It could have been crucial. The wall is going to cut them off right now. But if they cut themselves off, that means that General Proxy is just going to go for a Baron attempt right here. They don't know exactly what is up. They can't actually see anything off of that cupcake. They do, however, have a hunch. Looks like a ward over the wall. Is Amumu going to try to go in there and steal it? He misses the bandage toss. Cannot hit a champion right there, so he is not able to go in there and get a smite off at all. That is a Baron for General Proxy, relatively free one at that, and they now have a huge advantage. They have Baron buff, they have the gold lead, they have the kill lead, they have the tower lead, they have the map lead, they have everything right now. And now this could be where General Proxy has the seed into the semifinals of the Summoner's Rift League of Legends Amateur Tournament. We're going to have to see though. Looks like Tarek is taking a lot of tower shots right here. Nautilus is going to go in there, deal as much damage as he can. Dredge Line does not want it hitting anything right there, as they're just doing a good job of backing off. Acerbic Revolution does not want to get in over their heads right now. Nautilus is going to go down here and tower dive a little bit. Nidalee's trying to zone out with that ultimate, that what she needs to do, but when she runs out of mana, it is not going to work anymore. Having to turn it off right there with about a third, maybe even a quarter worth of mana. Looks like Caitlyn getting extremely low from being tagged on the wall of damage. Nivea, though, getting really low. Drail, depth charge goes up on Caitlyn, knocks everyone up in the line. Riven's ultimate takes down Gangplank and Jana. Cassiopeia takes down Amumu. Graves will take down Nivea, and Caitlyn, the only one alive, retreats to her base. That is 4 for none in favor of General Proxy. They take down this inhibitor. Caitlyn, you're the only one left. Can you defend your entire base against the onslaught of the blue team? Looks like she's trying her hardest as possibly can. Tilts over Peacemakers. Calorinets go down. Gets tagged with the dredge line. Graves picks up the ace, and because of that, General Praxi will pick up the W in the round of 8, the quarterfinals. They're going to advance to the semifinals of the tournament, and they could probably not be any happier about that one. They're going to wail away on this Nexus very, very slowly, continuously dive onto the summoner platform. Got to be careful. If you lose too many people right there, you could actually lose the game. But Anivia actually going to wind up killing 2 members of the team before the ace. Nautilus with the dredge line onto the summoner platform, and General Proxy taking the game over Acer Big Revolution in style. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the quarterfinals right there. That is going to be it for me, Optimus Tom. So, what happened was we had the round of 64, the round of 32, the round of 16, and the round of 8 are all best of 1. But now my buddy Forecourt Jess is going to be taking over and doing best of 3 series for the semifinals and the finals. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to cram pack the rest of your Saturday afternoon, evening, however you want to call it, with more awesome, exciting Amateur League of Legends matches. Summoners Rift Amateur Cup, sponsored by UCG and RaidCall.com. Don't forget to check out the brackets on cyber-sports.net. My name has been Optimus Tom. Hopefully you've enjoyed me and the games I've cast. Find me on Twitter at Optimus Tom. Forecourt Jester will be coming on as soon as I get the green light from him, so show him all the love you have shown me, ladies and gentlemen, as I will be putting music on until we pass the streams over, and we will be getting underway with the semifinals for your Summoners Rift Amateur Cup. Want to know who's in it? Head on over to cyber-sports.net. Check out the website. Check out the brackets for the tournament. Sign your team up for a tournament in and of yourself. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be passing the stream over in just a second. We'll be getting underway with the semifinals in just a moment. So stay tuned.